Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go here at Arrowhead. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here comes the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
It's not so much that he was able to throw for over 400 yards in last week's game, Mike, but it's the fact that he made it look so easy. Every time he touched the ball, it seemed like they were just up and down the field with very little resistance, and he doesn't necessarily have to repeat that type of production this week, but it certainly wouldn't hurt their chances of winning if he's somehow able to do so.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass. And I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now this time they'll look to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets...
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the 4th quarter, this thing's within one score. You're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. That one intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
The Chargers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown. 17 touchdowns now on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll get about 5. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal.
He'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Slot man in motion right. And he'll take it on in. Xavier Worthy.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chargers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in those numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. He'll be brought down after a short pickup through at the 29. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to have the first down, and that one good for 9, and the drive continues.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up 3rd down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Now a give up the middle. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too
Still
far.
first down.
And it draws the flag. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. This caught right side by Worthy.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zone. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go. They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Chiefs first down. They'll look to throw yet again. And that will wind up incomplete. Triple zeros on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. The Chargers out to the early lead. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. This is fielded inside the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look.
That one, take it in. Touchdown, L.A. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put them in a good matchup, let them go win, and give them a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. On first down, it's Mahomes. That is intercepted. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment, uplifting for them, big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. First down throw, Mahomes. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. At the 33-yard line. Now, Mahomes. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Mahomes back. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
So just think, I mean, a couple minutes ago, we see a pick 6. I mean, the last thing you want to do is the next time you step in the huddle is go 3 and out. So that's a big conversion. Now they got to find a way to get some of this momentum back, go down and get some points, and let everybody...
He gets free, and he will score. Touchdown, KC. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Butker now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Chiefs back within 7. It's 24-17. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. 1st and 10. So now out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. Quick throw taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Putting the tight end in motion. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw again. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Tight end going in motion here. Now they'll set up to throw. That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Chiefs' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take it over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Man in motion, heading left. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Putting the tight end in motion. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. They send the tight end in motion. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. One of the tight ends motions right. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They'll look to throw. He runs with it. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 17 and 18 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Taking off. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. A first down throw for Mahomes. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. And no chance for a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll air one out for Palmer. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been in a...
And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought. Look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. He tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. That one, oh. Up the middle they go. It's a pickup of 12. First down, KC.
There's a guy, Mike, who just refuses to go down. You love to see the old school kind of stiff arm. Get off me. Ability to break these tackles and still pick up big yards.
First and 10 for Mahomes. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Mahomes on first down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
Mahomes now on second down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Third and long. To throw is Mahomes. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. On comes the Chiefs punter. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Here's second and 6. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. He'll punt for the second time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Quick throw, taken in. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Now a give on the ground, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Handoff here, up the middle, and that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On second down, Mahomes. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Chargers have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Now they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Back to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll look to throw yet again. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Now a run on 1st down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
A dive and a catch. Incredible. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, L.A.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and saw a great example of it here laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They bring a tight end in motion left. He'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air one more time. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown. Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And it's been a struggle all afternoon. The defense done a great job taking him away from his game, taking his weapons away, and he is yet to find anything to lean on in this one. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. This drive will start on the ground, and nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They go play action with Mahomes. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
3rd and long for Mahomes. To the outside, catch made by Worthy. And he's going to... turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Chiefs 27.
That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. We'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Back to the air once more on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
That is caught, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Chargers. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for first down and 10. this caught right side by Worthy.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Slot receiver, headed right. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he will score! Game on! Xavier Worthy! Touchdown, Chiefs! 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Back to throw here to begin the drive. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Putting the tight end in motion. Quick throw, taken in, and that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Chargers 1st down.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. The Chargers get set to kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They send him right out of the slot. They'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. It is 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They send a receiver in motion left. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. Here's 1st down. He'll drop to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute. And it may just be enough to get them a victory.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put 1 more in the win column with yet another solid performance here. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.